Kamala Harris or Donald Trump? That's America's choice, but it's a choice that could decide the fate of a country some 9,000 kilometers away. I'm talking about Ukraine. It's fighting a war with Russia. The war began in 2022. It's been more than 2 years and it shows no signs of ending. Russia continues with its strikes. Ukraine struggles to hold on to territory. The front lines remain unchanged, and all of this is making one man quite nervous. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Wednesday he presented what he calls a victory plan. It's his plan to win this war. He arrived in Brussels pitching it to European leaders and allies.
If we start now and follow the victory plan, we can end this war no later than next year. Dear friends, I presented the victory plan to our parliament, our people, and I have their support, and I think it's so important to have unity in our country. The goal of the plan is that it strengthens not only Ukraine but also our entire community.
You can call it wishful thinking, but Zelensky believes that he can end this war by 2025. How? By following this grand victory plan. It has 5 broad points. Number 1, invite Ukraine to join the NATO. Zelensky wants his country to become a part of the NATO military alliance ASAP. Number 2, Ukraine's defenses should be beefed up, which includes a lot of things, but Kiev really wants what it really wants is the permission to hit Russia with Western weapons. Number 3, a non-nuclear strategic deterrent package. Ukraine wants it deployed on its soil. Zelensky believes it will keep Moscow away. Number 4, continuing the K offensive. Ukraine thinks that this incursion was a big win. It wants to hold on to K and use it as a bargaining chip. And finally, number 5, protection of Ukraine's natural resources. K wants the US and the EU to do all of it. So those are the 5 broad points. There are 3 more which have been kept secret. Ukraine has shared them only with its partners. So with this grand plan in hand, Zelensky is on a mission. He wants the West to embrace it. First he met the European leaders, then he headed to the NATO headquarters.
Dear Volodymyr, it is great to have you here at NATO headquarters. I look forward to the day that Ukraine is here as a member of this alliance, and until then we will continue to do all that we can to assure Ukraine prevails. This is vital for our shared security.
Some supportive words there from the new NATO chief, but words are all that Zelensky got. He wanted a NATO membership, he wanted a formal endorsement of his plan. He got neither. Obviously that would make anyone feel snubbed, but it won't be the first for the Ukrainian president, so he promptly changed tack. He went from pitching a victory plan to issuing an ultimatum.
What is the way out? Either Ukraine will have nuclear weapons, and then this is defense for us, or we should have some kind of an alliance. Today we do not know any effective alliances other than NATO.
Nukes or NATO? Zelensky says those are his 2 options. He's not getting a NATO membership, that much is quite clear. So will he go nuclear now? Well, this is what Ly said.
Which one of these big nuclear countries suffered? All of them? No, just Ukraine, who gave away nuclear weapons. All of them? No, just Ukraine. Who is fighting today? Just Ukraine.
Quick primer here. Ukraine became independent in the year 1991. It inherited thousands of Soviet nuclear weapons. In 1994, Ukraine gave up those weapons. It transferred all of those weapons to Russia, and this was an exchange of security, and Ukraine blames the West for this. Its security guarantees are gone, so K wants the nukes again, but it's easier said than done. Can't just ask for nuclear weapons and have them. I'm sure Zelensky knows that, too, so why is he pulling off this stunt? Because he is grasping at straws. America goes to polls on November 5th. If Kamala Harris wins, it will be business as usual, more aid, more support, but if Donald Trump wins, Ukraine could be in trouble. Zelensky knows that Trump has not been his biggest fan. He does not like the idea of American aid to Ukraine, and he blamed Zelensky for this war.
I think Zelensky is one of the greatest salesmen I've ever seen. Every time he comes in, we give him $100 billion. Who else got that kind of money? In history there's never been, and that doesn't mean I don't want to help him, because I feel very badly for those people, but he should never have let that war start. That war is a loser.
That was Donald Trump at a podcast. He called Zelensky the greatest salesman. Sounds like a backhanded compliment. It has rattled the Ukrainian president for sure, and it's not just him. US President Joe Biden has barely 3 months left in the White House, and right now he's in Berlin for a swan song trip, a visit to assure allies and discuss the war in Ukraine.
America and Germany are the two largest quarters of Ukraine in its fight for survival as a free and independent nation. As Ukraine faces a tough winter, we must sustain our resolve, our effort, and our support.
Now Joe Biden can offer assurances, allies can pledge support, Zelensky can give ultimatums, but the fact of the matter is the world is moving on. As of today, Zelensky's biggest challenge is not Russia, it's the waning support of the West, and in a war of attrition that can be deadly. The Ukraine war once inspired global unity, but now it's more like yesterday's news, so Zelensky is battling both Russia and a fading spotlight. Thanks for watching this video.